UFO fleet filmed while flying near airplane, Ireland. The witness said he started filming after seeing the unusual flight of a kind of UFO near the plane over Shannon area, Ireland. Then two other UFOs appeared few minutes later on the other side of the plane. He said, "Most said they were definitely UFOs. I'm not sure what they are, but I want to share this video with Section 51 and maybe I can get an answer." Passengers were petrified. Everyone kept asking the flight attendant what happened. In the Celtic world, there are many Scandinavian influences. Within Scotland, Ireland and Isle of Man, the Vikings' influences were mainly Norwegian. The Norwegians established significant settlements and then kingdoms here. In Wales, there were recorded Viking raids and some evidence of small settlements. In Cornwall, strategic alliances were formed with Danish Vikings in order to defend Cornish lands from Anglo-Saxon incursion. Brittany experienced significant Viking raids and occupations. 795 AD saw the first recorded raid on Ireland with the attack and plunder of the church in Lambeck Island. Iona was also attacked in that year, and two further raids within a decade led the religious community to leave the island and move to Kells and Meath. Over this period there was an increase in Viking raids from Norway along the west coast of Scotland and then off the Irish coast. The Vikings were skilled navigators using their technologically advanced longships to ply the stormy seas off northwest Europe. At the same time their sleek boats could enter into narrow rivers and make landing on beaches. They were teachers and destroyers. Mighty warriors who blazed across the skies in gleaming chariots and wielded magical weapons that could bring down mountains. Odin, Frey and Thor. The gods worshipped by the Norse Vikings were fearsome and mysterious, but were these beings truly divine, or is there, perhaps, an extraterrestrial connection? The Norse were among the most technologically advanced cultures of the ancient world. They were epic explorers who embarked on oceanic voyages to Africa and the Middle East and even reached North America at least 500 years before Christopher Columbus. Were the Norse guided by powerful gods, or could the super beings that guided the Vikings have actually been visitors from another planet? Mythology is something that everyone must study in school and in college. Many people brush mythology off as stories, but what if they are a clue to our past and our future? The Norse gods are a mythology that is the oldest to tell of and comes from a great controversy in the Christian belief system. The Norse myths, as they are called, originate from stories, poems, and songs that were passed down from generation to generation until the Christian belief system came along. They were then written off as uneducated myths and stories that have no meaning. If you read these myths, they are said to originate before the heavens and earth and before the world was able to be lived in. Vikings are great warriors that are portrayed to be some of our oldest living people. These are where the stories of the Norse were passed in books and stories from one generation to the next. The Christian belief frowns upon these stories, poems, and songs because in the Bible God creates heaven and earth and He speaks of nothing before us. In the Norse stories there were ice giants that created heaven and earth, and that they lived in a vast wasteland of ice and fire which eventually melted and created the beautiful place we call Earth. In the Norse belief, the ice giants' children were the creators of North, South, East, West, Night, and Day. In the Christian Bible God created all of these things. Christianity arrived and squashed all stories of the Norse belief. It did not coexist with their beliefs, and therefore the Christians believed it to be evil. The Norse gods were creatures of all things on earth. They were believed to have created the seas, marriage, and even death. There was a god for everything in this mythological belief. The beliefs of the Norse gods are a lot like the beliefs of the Greek gods, but the Norse gods are dated back before the Greek gods. The true Norse tales originated from Scandinavia and continue to thrive there to this day. The Scandinavians still pass these stories down from one generation to the next, and they do not practice Christianity as the rest of the world does. The truth is, you can find stories of the Vikings that stretch back for thousands of years. In fact, they are oldest stories and tend to make ancient alien investigators wonder where we really originated from. Who created us? We the descendants of the Norse gods, or are these just mythical stories to amuse us? Christianity is widely used in our world and tries and squashes the idea of any mythological creatures that could have been here before us. Investigators have failed to prove that the Norse ice giants were real. That has still caused a controversy with Christianity because some believe that one God could not create the entire world. What is the truth? Where did the ice giants come from, and are they stories or the truth? Could these new UFO sightings confirm that theory? According to the ancient astronaut theory, the Anunnaki, the ancient gods, will return to Earth in the foreseeable future. Did the Norse gods come back to Earth? Subscribe to Section 51. Thank you.